guys, it's Joy and I'm back with a little bit of PG&D information. So today we're going to church because I am kind of keeping an eye on my neighbor's kids and they got to get to church, and since we're the same religion, we're going to take them and we're going to go to church with them. So I'm a little bit anxious about this because Mom's been having a little problem with her bowels this morning, and she hadn't been having a bowel movement for like 8 or 9 days. So tomorrow was supposed to be Miralax day, and she finally got the bowels to move today. So just a little nervous about it. And I think Mom's a little worried about it too, being away from home and that. But I have Depends in the car. I have the supplies to change her if I need to. So we should be fine. But we're getting ready to go pick up my neighbor kids, and then we're going to go to church, and then come home, have something to eat, and chill out the rest of the day. My sister's supposed to be here this afternoon, and their parents come home today. So it was a good weekend for us. So we'll catch you guys in the next part, and I'll tell you how it goes at church. Bye. Okay, guys, so I'm back from church, and I've changed clothes, and I'm eating my lunch. Well, my breakfast, technically. Lunch will be when my sister gets here. I'm having leftover pizza from yesterday. So I'm going to kind of talk about this weekend a little bit with you guys. So forgive me that I'm eating while I'm talking, and I'm a little bit teary-eyed because I just had an epiphany kind of thing. Because yesterday I was kind of taking care of my neighbor's kids. They're old enough to be on their own, but I'm kind of being the aunt across the street in case they need anything. And so we got to spend some time with them. Mom's over here eating pizza too. This is left over from our lunch yesterday. We ate pizza and had pizza and soda and lemonade or whatever for lunch yesterday. And then we played a game with the kids, which is a game we used to play with my dad when he was toward the end, and we loved. And at supper time they came over and I made supper in the crock pot, and we played a game before supper, and then we had this chicken recipe that I tried, and it was really good, and some mashed potatoes. So I did that for supper. And then we spent a little bit of time talking, and then they went back over home. And it was time change day for us here in the U.S. last night. So this morning we were taking them to church. We were originally going to go to the morning first Mass, but then we decided to go to the 10 o'clock Mass. And we went to Mass, and I swear Mom and I were like celebrities at church. Everybody knew us, and everybody was like talking to us and everything. And it's like, and I had to laugh, because I wasn't planning to receive communion today. Because I have a whole thing about when I should receive communion, and it's something that's supposed to be special to me. And I hold that very sacred, my receiving the body of God, and when I want to do it. Things like my birthday, Christmas, Easter, those kind of things are definite times I like to receive it whenever I can. I don't like to receive it just willy-nilly, a lot of thoughts put into the times I receive it. So, the people were telling us, tell the ushers if they need them to bring communion down to her. So, I'm like, okay, yeah, no, we're not really going to receive. So, the kids, I told them they could go up and receive communion, which they did. But the one Eucharistic minister came down, he has known us for years, came down and gave my mom communion, and then went back up and told me I could go. And I'm like, yeah. Because I still was like, I'm not really wanting to receive communion today. Then our priest comes down to give us communion because he inspired us. So I received communion and said, no, so-and-so brought Mom her communion, and because he inspired us, and he's like, oh, okay. So I was like, okay, God, I get it. I'm supposed to receive the body today. So we had a good weekend in the personal growth and development of going to church. It was good. I'm not sure I'm wanting to do it again real soon, but I did do it. It was a little less scary than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I sat in the back, and there were a couple of people that kind of did make it a little more uncomfortable than I had wanted, but it was better, I think, because I had the kids, so it was like I had a little help with Mom if I needed it, and that helped make it a little less stressful for me. So, will I do a weekend mass again anytime soon? We'll see. But, overall, I think it was a good weekend. What do you think? Do you have a good weekend?
I thought so.
Yeah, Mom actually had less confusion yesterday, despite the fact we stayed up a little later, because the kids were over here and stuff. She just seemed a little happier and a little less stressed out and a little less. So I think the kids, that whole family has just such a bubbly personality and stuff that it rubs off on you. So again, the sunshine thing, the part of that song is, I think you don't care what anybody thinks, it's rubbing off on me kind of thing. I feel like that family rubs off on me. They're my sunshine. So, really good weekend. Very grateful we got that PG&D done. And now I'm going to finish having something to eat. Finish a movie that we started yesterday, but we didn't get finished for other reasons. And then my sister should be here. She was going to go to church. I don't know if she made it or not to her church, but yeah, that's my plans for today. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed the PG&D. I know it's kind of a weird video, and it's not everybody's cup of tea, but thank you for putting up with all of my personal growth and development that I've been doing over the years. This was a huge one for me because it's one of the ones I was most worried about doing, is that going to church, because as I've said before, people that know you make it more uncomfortable. But some of those people are on my Facebook, and I posted it on my blog. So, and I shared that on my Facebook. So maybe they've read it and they understood. Not to bring up that, not to push me, not to question if I'm having an anxiety attack or something. So that might be what helped with it. But yeah, it was definitely, there were moments where I was like nervous and uncomfortable, but like it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to bring up. I know this sounds like such a lame one. There isn't a ton to talk about, but it was very. Overall this weekend has been really good. And I know the other thing I want to talk about. I've mentioned my caregiver burnout, and after this weekend, spending some time with those kids, I feel so much less burned out than I have in a long time, and I just felt so much more like in a good place today. And so that was what I needed. I think it was more I needed to have interaction with people other than just Mom or my sister. I needed some interaction with other humans, and having those kids across the street come over and spend some time to play a game. And I said we could do this more often, and they're like, yeah, that would be fun. So maybe we'll have to make a plan to do that maybe once every other month or once a month or something. They come over in the evening one day, whatever night works best, and we can have dinner together and play a game. That might be what I have to do. Just take the two middle ones because, the oldest one's schedule's so crazy, and the youngest one is a little bit of a challenge at times. Love the kid dearly, but he can be a little challenging at times, so we'll see. Anything else you can think of that I've forgotten? So, okay, I'm going to end there. I hope you guys have a wonderful day filled with lots of love and laughter. I hope your saddest day in the future is only as sad as your happiest day in the past, but if it's not, I hope you have the strength to get through it. Catch you guys next time. Bye.